Alright. Well, some visual effects are kind of broken, but, I don't know. I feel like this is fine. I don't really need to care. So, hello. I did not think that I would need to use this video. Whoa, hello. God damn it, more tutorials. I didn't think I would need to use this video idea so soon. I was under the assumption I would need to wait until like maybe July, maybe like July or April or some shit. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that there was going to be a snowstorm that could potentially shut down power for the week. So, okay, this is what's happening. Hi everyone, I'm recording this video on January 20th of 2025, and as of today, there is a non-zero chance that an upcoming snowstorm, and I'll get to some context of said snowstorm, some upcoming snow may knock out power for about a week, maybe. That's it. That's how long it knocked power out last time, so I can only assume that it'll last for about a week, which would mean that I would miss the deadline for my uploads for this upcoming Saturday. Today is a Monday, and the snowstorm's gonna hit Tuesday morning, like 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. So I've got no chance. I'm basically out of time to edit this next video, which sucks, and I wish I had more time, but hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So that's what we're doing. We're doing this today as basically emergency has happened. Break the glass. We're breaking out Wii Sports Resort Island Flyover. If you've been around for long enough, back in the pre-1000 sub days, you would know that I have. Oh, hello. You would know that I've already done this idea before. And that was, it was a while ago, right? This was a few years ago, probably 2019, maybe 2020, last time I did this idea. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be completing the island flyover minigame. We're going to be getting all of these little information bubbles, and we're just going to talk about stuff. So there's a lot on my mind right now, and I have a lot to talk about right now. And I feel like I can use this opportunity. Oh, hello. No. Miguel is important. Miguel is a tough one to get. I'm gonna get him now. I have a lot that I want to talk about right now, and most of it pertains to YouTube, as that is the, common topic, right? Talking about whatever. YouTube is a good starting off point. So, the main thing that's on my mind right now is my future and where I can go with my future and what I have ahead of me and how I can move forward in life. Wow, that rectangle in the corner is going to annoy the shit out of me this entire time, isn't it? So yeah, that is what we're talking about today. And I made a video that is no longer public, where I basically talked about my worries about it, where I felt lost in life, basically. I didn't know which direction I should be going. I didn't know what I could be doing, what I should be doing, yada, 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 all that, fun mid-20s, early 30s kind of topics. I came to a little bit of an epiphany, maybe like a couple weeks ago. It was before the new year started. And that is why we're doing the upload schedule over, this next year. This next year is going to be an experiment. And I talked about it in a stream already, but I'll probably just mention it here again. So this year, I am doing an upload every other week, right? I mentioned that I have a deadline now. And that is not because someone's holding me to that deadline. I'm just going to do this myself. I'm going to upload a video every other week. So I have 26 videos. I've planned out, I already know what the videos are going to be this year. I already know what the topics are going to be. And it all just comes down to me actually doing them, right? So I have new ideas for sure, but that's an issue with me in particular, is that I have so many ideas that I don't know what to do next. So I limited myself to 26 ideas, And that's just what I'm going to be doing over this next year. I'm not going to be doing any topical videos, any, you know, timely videos. I might do a video here and there on like some news stories if they're that important. And I let myself have a few topics that I could. I planned more than 26 videos, right? And I'm just going to be talking through all this menuing and shit. How well did I do, honestly? Honestly, not bad. Not bad. How much do I need to unlock the next? Come on. Wow. Okay. So did I unlock 3 things? I did.
You did it.
Pop balloons. Fly in the evening. That's a good one. There's some unique ones there.
You did it.
Oh, the blaster. I forgot we have the blaster in this mode. We're just gonna do daytime again. Screw it. Yeah, so there's some leeway here and there with certain topics I can and can't talk about. It's not like I'm, you know, hard limiting myself to what I am able to talk about on this channel, but just 26 ideas as a very rough guideline of if I'm confused on what I'm gonna do next, I'm just gonna look at the document I have of all 26 of those ideas, and I'm gonna 26 give or take, and I'm gonna choose one of those ideas, and it's gonna be what I do, right? I've already got next month's videos planned. I have one of them recorded, but because of this snowstorm, hey, one of the videos that was supposed to come out this month, it's coming out next month. Sorry. The weather is kind of a bitch, and it doesn't want me to have fun. So that's what we're working with right now. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is just to ground myself, keep myself occupied on what I'm doing. And the epiphany that I mentioned briefly is, listen, I recognize that trying to stick with YouTube and trying to make it your career is not a safe thing to do. I recognize that some of my abilities and some of my talents could be, well, I don't even like using the word talent. I don't like the word talent. We'll talk about that later, probably. I could probably be applying myself elsewhere instead of just making stupid, silly fucking YouTube videos all day. And that was what I've been struggling with ever since the pandemic, right? I graduated college with an associate's degree. I have a said associate's degree, but even after I put in the work to get that associate's degree, I still don't have any prospects in my career, right? And so the answer that I always got back when I was worried about that is, well, you didn't go to enough college. You know, you need to get a bachelor's degree. That's the real ticket. That's what'll get you into a high-paying career and get into high society, and that'll make you a respectable human being. And I'm like, well, I've already spent X number of years of my life getting this associate's degree. I went to college. My whole life I've been told that if I go to college, I would get a career and I would be fine. And, you know, the reality of it is that even if I were to spend that time getting my bachelor's degree in whatever the fuck I would end up decide to do, there's still no guarantee that that would lead to a career at all. So in my head, there are 2 paths in front of me, right? There is the path of I go to college, I spend the next 2 to 4 years getting a better degree, and I may or may not get a career in what I'm actually doing. So there's no guarantee that it'll work out. And now let's look at the other path. I stay doing this. I make more YouTube videos. I grow my own personal brand. I grow my channel. I actually enjoy what I'm doing. But even then, there's still no guarantee that it'll work out. There's no guarantee that I'll be a successful video creator or YouTuber or anything like that. So if the outcome is the same, whether or not my likelihood of success is the same no matter which path I go down, so I might as well just do the path that I actually enjoy. I already have no future, right? I've already got no opportunity, no hope, no nothing. So if my life is going to be this, If my life is going to be this like constant struggle and constant stress of like, oh, but what if I do this? What if I do this? Where does my life gonna go? What career am I gonna have? How much money should I be making? There's no guarantee of anything, so I might as well just spend the time doing what I love doing, you know? And what I love doing is this. I like making YouTube videos. I like, you know, teaching people things. I like just, I don't know, I like being this. And that's just what my life is going to be now. Like I said, there's no guarantee that I'll be successful at this. But who gives a shit at this point? If there's no likelihood I'll be successful anyway, it's like, what the fuck? Who cares? It's like, it's a form of optimistic nihilism, I guess. It's like, oh, my life doesn't fucking matter. Like, get it twisted. You and me, watching this video, are a couple of pennies on some fucking company's data sheet, like some spreadsheet somewhere. Our lives don't matter. We are never going to achieve the things that society says we should achieve. So why even stress about it? Just do what you want to do, man. Do what you enjoy. And, you know, I'm not naive. I'm not, well, I mean, I am kind of, I'll admit that. But I'm not stupid. I recognize that eventually, that, like, I still need to do work, contribute to society, and make money and pay my bills. Like, I'm not completely ignorant to that. But it's like, every time I've tried to earn money and be a functioning member of society, every time I've tried to do something good, every time I've tried to reach out to others and be like, hey, I feel like I've already shown that I'm capable of learning things. I'm capable of, you know, functioning in certain environments. Plane is upgraded with a cool feature? Yeah, no, I know. Oh, I forgot about the flare button. Yeah, I know, tutorial. Come on. So, like, the real human side of me, of like, hey, I'm technically minded, I have the ability to teach myself very deep, intricate knowledge, I have the ability to obviously learn things, I enjoy the process of learning things, I've made that very clear. None of that matters, because all that matters is what kind of sheet of paper you get, right? And even then, that sheet of paper doesn't fucking matter. Because even if I get the sheet of paper, they'll just be like, so this AI has just decided that you're not worth, like, you know, the job, so we're just not going to give you the job. Not even getting into the murky waters of like, hey, oh, I almost missed this one. Not even getting into the murky waters of, you know, we're actually not hiring for this position. We're just, you know, we just put the listing up on LinkedIn so that way companies will think we're hiring people, and that'll maximize our shareholder value, right? In case it's not very obvious, I spent a little bit amount of time. I'm not gonna say decent. I spent a little bit amount of time trying to break into IT, break into the tech sphere, try to do some like sysadmin shit, and yeah, got turned down every single time. Oh, I crashed. Got turned down every single time, right? Like, there's nothing for me, right? And I feel like a lot of my, and believe me, I've tried to get into video editing too, and even that was just like, got turned down every single which way, barely got responses to anything. Doing freelance work in my local area, that didn't fucking turn out because nobody wants to actually pay me. Yeah, no, it's just one of those things. This is just how life is sometimes. So, fuck it. Can't rely on anyone but myself. Can't rely on anything ever working out. Hello. I can't believe I saved myself there. I just, at this point, man, I just gotta be nihilistic. I just gotta remind myself that's like, hey, I'm going to be dust one day. So why the fuck am I stressing so much about, you know, my marketable skills? Fuck the market, dude. I don't care anymore. So that's where my head is right now, and that's, you know, why I'm going to. It's, you know what's actually really funny? It's really funny how the same emotion the same thought, like the same concept, can elicit wildly different emotions, right? Like if you were to ask me like couple months ago, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, on what my future is going to be like, I'd be anxious, I'd be depressed, I'd be like scared. It'd be horrible. Now you ask me about it and it's like, it's the same idea. It's like, yeah, my life doesn't fucking matter. I have no future. There's no chance of me being able to buy a house or like own property or even buy a car at this rate. So I'm just gonna do YouTube and I'm just gonna be my little fucking goblin self. I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna do the things I actually want to do. Am I going to have regrets in my life? Probably. You know, like I'm not going to say that I'm perfect or this outlook in life is perfect, because it really fucking isn't. It's hilariously flawed. That was not you, that was me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to turn on my streamer mode real quick. All right, streamer mode has been turned off. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's why we're doing the year experiment where I'm just going to focus on making YouTube videos. I feel like it's going somewhere. You know, I'm very close to 10K subs at this point. That'll be a big milestone for me. I've got like a handful of members who, you know, support me directly, and that's awesome, right? I have a semi-dedicated fan base. I recognize a lot of the people in the comment section. People are engaging with my stuff. So like, there's a chance here. And either I'm gonna be sitting around worrying about my marketable skills, or I'm gonna take this opportunity that's like already sitting me in the face, that's already staring me down in the face. So yeah, again, that's why we're doing the 26 video ideas in a year. And there are some fun ideas in there. There's gonna be some Linux tutorials. There's gonna be some, you know, weird autistic rambling videos. There's gonna be a few things here and there. And I am excited. You know, I'm excited for what I have to do. And I think one of the main breakthroughs that I've had at the beginning of this year is just that I need to stop being scared about what is and isn't. Oh, can I get this? Can I get this? Yes! Oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, one of the things that I'm gonna stop stressing out about is like, is this a watchable video? Because that's a pitfall I fell into a lot over the past few years. Here, let's just go ahead and move on to night, or let's move on to evening.
Excellent.
The islands are now lit up at night. Wow. All right, we'll do, oh, hello. We'll do evening time flying. There we go. Cool. I don't need a fucking break, Nintendo. I've only been at this for 20 minutes. God damn it. Yeah, one of the pitfalls I would fall into these past couple of years is like, well, what is a watchable video? Like, what's a video that I can make a good thumbnail out of? And that's a safe mindset for YouTubers and influencers and shit like that. And it's a reasonable worry to have. It's like, hey, you know, we need to, you know, I run a business. I need to make a video that I know that people are going to watch. I need to have a good return on an investment of this idea. And I get it, right? I'm not fucking ignorant to this shit. I understand how the business works, at least to a degree. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. But this is my first year of trying to like really fucking hammer away at this. I don't need to worry about what is and isn't a watchable video. I just need to establish myself and establish an identity and a brand, and I need to make weird, wild ideas that nobody's thought of, and I need to just be me, really. So, one of the things that, one of the comments I got recently that kind of shifted my brain chemistry a little bit is there was a dude who was trying to be kind of a cunt about about my latest video. Not latest video, pardon me. The video that got 100K views last year. The 3 years Linux video. There was some dude just trying to be a cunt to me about that and be like, oh, this video's about nothing. Like, what is even the point of this video? And I just looked at that and it's like, yeah, this video really isn't about nothing. Does it need to be about something? I mean, it is about something. It's about my experience using Linux for 3 years. And that's a video, right? Like that's what YouTube is meant to be. And you can see like this bubbling up like of, I want to say discontent? I don't know the proper word for that, but you can feel there are creators out here on the platform that really want YouTube to be what YouTube used to be back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, whatever. I think it was 2016 was probably a turning point, because 2010 to 2016, I think, are like the golden years of YouTube. You know, that's when everything was awesome. People were making not good money, but they were making enough money to do it full time. There were people who were doing weird ideas, who were pushing the boundaries for a lot of things. And, you know, those were very formative years of YouTube for me and a lot of other people, right? And so you can tell that there are other creators here on the platform that really want to go back to not the edginess of the days, but just the idea of YouTube being where you are you on YouTube, right? Not Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast might be a fine person. Well, you know what? No, now that since he's gotten involved in crypto, I really don't care anymore. I do not care if Mr. Beast is a good person or not anymore. Now, I just reminded myself of the crypto. But the thing that I hate the most about what his impact is that he's kind of ruined YouTube in a lot of ways. And maybe it's not entirely his fault, right? I don't want to sit here and claim that everything was fine before Mr. Beast came into the picture, because it wasn't, right? It was the adpocalypse was like the big turning point on YouTube, where, you know, obviously, them being a business, they have to protect their bottom line, and they just crack down on a lot of weird offshoot ideas. And, you know, a lot of the edgier content on YouTube. And to an extent, I get it. You know, you don't want hate speech on your platform. That's a good stance to have, right? I don't want hate speech in my comment section either. Oh my god, I got a fucking story about some fucking transphobic shit that I keep getting in my comment section. Anyway, we'll get to that. We might get to that in this video. I actually don't know. But Mr. Beast, I think, is the face of this shift in YouTube. His videos are so successful, so engaging, so perfectly designed for the algorithm in which they reside in. Of course people are going to copy him. Of course they're going to try to mimic his success because they want the YouTube money too. I get it, you know? But it just makes everything feel samey. It makes everything feel safe. It doesn't really help being a creator, you know? Like, as a creator, I want to see other like-minded people, like, just talk about their passions. That's what I like. I've started getting into creators that are around my size, like, you know, 10,000 subs and lower. And there's a lot of really cool people out there. Ooh, it's a two-seater plane now. Good job. Good job, me? I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Excellent.
Air Sports Island Flyover, yes. Let's try doing nighttime now. Let's see what's up. Yeah, there are other creators that like use Linux, or they're animators, or they're, you know, they do all kinds of cool shit. And I never would have found them if I stayed in, you know, my little safe zone of creators that I've always watched. Especially when a lot of the creators I've always watched, I've just kind of grown out of their content in a way. Or they've grown out of their own content. That's another thing. Or they become kitty diddlers. That's another, I'll use big air quotes here, fun thing that has happened in the creator space. I know a lot of people ask, like, oh, why do YouTubers always become pedophiles? And it's like, it's not because they're pedophiles at the start. It's just a power dynamic thing. Right? It's just, yeah, you're on YouTube and there's a very large child audience on this platform. So, like, of course the very impressionable kids are going to just follow whatever the hit YouTuber has to say because they're a hit YouTuber. Like, it's just a power dynamic thing. I'm not saying it's right, it's not, but I think that's the reason as to why YouTubers usually turn out to be that. You know, and if I ever become that, I'm putting a fucking bullet in my head, dude. Like, it's not worth it at that point. What was I even talking about beforehand? See, this is what a lot of these videos end up becoming, where I'll just ask myself, like, what was I even talking about? Like, I'll just go on random offshoot, like, just weird bullshit tangents, because potential ADHD? I don't fucking know. There's a non-zero chance I've got some form of TISM, some form of ADHD. I'm not gonna, like, claim that I'm not going to say that it's 100% confirmed, because I'm not diagnosed. And as such, I'm unmedicated. So, that's something that I've been trying to grapple with over these past few years. Trying to understand my own workflow and my own habits, and trying to design my workflow in such a way that it works with my stupid fucking brain. You know, part of it is keeping deadlines for myself, which is why I'm making this video right now, so I don't miss said deadline. For the record, I honestly don't know how far we're going to be going into this. I wanted to get all of the little island flyover tags, but who knows if I'll get all those. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters. I'm just here to talk about nonsense and get a video out for this week. Yeah. Because, like, the whole thing, the phrase is, be the change you want to see in the world, right? I can't just sit and expect everybody to make the videos I want to make. At some point, I have to step in. You know, I want to make the videos that I want to watch. Which is an interesting thing sometimes, where it's like, sometimes I'll just sit and, like, watch older videos of myself and peer into, like, a weird time bubble that I'm in, but it's still videos that I would, like, watch because they're videos I made, right? So the format and everything would kind of work out. Like, when I was planning out these 26 videos, I wrote down, hey, I'm gonna do this video as an emergency, right? So I went and I watched my old island flyover video. I don't know if that video is still public or not. It might be unlisted or private at this point. Because after a certain point, I went to a certain point in time and I'm just like, oh, all of those videos beforehand, I'm just gonna private and unlist, because they're not reflective. I'm not, like, embarrassed about them, but they're just not reflective of the kind of content I make today. So it's like, I'll just like unlist all those videos, because some of those videos I am actually kind of embarrassed about, and those are the ones that I privated. But the ones that are just unlisted, I specifically chose to unlist them so that if people ended up liking them or saving them into, like, playlists and shit, they wouldn't just completely disappear. The people who had them and the people who want to go back and watch through old playlists, they can totally do that, right? But I just don't want that content to be discoverable. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to discover my channel based on content I made in 2019, you know, because it's not reflective of what I do nowadays. So, you know, that's my whole philosophy on that. Come on. There we go. Goodbye. I don't know. Because I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. This is going to be a really short, weird... Actually, it's about 30 minutes long. This is just a weird video, just so that I could meet a deadline and not have to miss out on shit because of a storm that, you know, might potentially ruin my entire workflow for a week and a half. This is my in case of emergency break glass. Oh, and for the record, I've been playing all this on real hardware. Like, I'm actually using a real Wii remote to play this game. Like, I am playing on Dolphin, obviously, but I'm not faking the controls. 1, 2, 3, what is it? That's 12? I have 12 things left. Fuck it, let's just keep going. Let's see if I can do it in under an hour. What is this? Change plane. So that changes it back to a 1-seater? Okay, why not? Stamps. What are stamps? Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna get all the stamps. I just want to get all of the, like, island flying spots. I mean, what else is there to talk about, really? I mean, there's the garbage pile. I haven't really done anything with the garbage pile as of late, and just because I've gotten kind of lazy. Well, not lazy. Okay, you know what? Actually, here's a couple of things. This is going to be so buried in this video that I don't know if anyone will even interact with this idea, but I want to put it out there just to see what would be the case. Hey, there's an idea where I can't quite define it, but I know of the term for it. It's great man theory. And based on what I'm kind of aware of, I'm not gonna, like, again, I'm not a professional, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. This is just like stuff I've noticed. It's fascinating and also kind of concerning to me that people will put so much faith into an individual instead of the ideas that they carry and the changes they bring. Like, I think Masahiro Sakurai made some great games. I think he's done a very good job. I think he's made one of the best fighting game series on the planet. And I respect the work that he's done, and I kind of respect him as a person to an extent. But I'm not going to sit and claim that Masahiro Sakurai is the best guy ever, or that his words should be taken as gospel, because we're all humans at the end of the day, right? But you see this happen. You see this thought process come up in so many different fields. And that kind of gets into politics a little bit, where we can talk about the United States president and how much importance people put on the president, which is not fun. So we're just going to put that away for the time being. But what I'm getting to is that I don't like the idea of placing individuals on a pedestal. You know, I don't want to be seen as, like, even me, I don't want to be seen as a good YouTuber. I want my content to be able to stand on its own, and I want my videos to be educational, and I want them to fulfill some human sense that you might have. Maybe it's a sense of companionship in a weird way, in some weird parasocial way. Maybe it's just to fill some dead air, just to provide you some escapism. Maybe you learn something about Linux from these videos, right? Maybe you learn something that you just never thought of before. Maybe I showed you some cool indie game that you've never heard of that you kind of vibe with. Regardless, I want my content to be made in such a way where you can take something away from it, right? And that's just kind of what being a creator is about. But I don't want to be seen as like, oh, I'm like the Linux guy, I'm the best Linux guy, or I'm the best gameplay YouTuber, or whatever. If you like my content and you want to support me, absolutely, right? That gets me money, and I kind of need it to survive, but I don't want you to think that I'm some sort of infallible, perfect human being, because I'm gonna fuck up one day. Like, I'm gonna say something wrong, or something is gonna blow out of proportion. I'm gonna fuck up at some point in my career. There will be bad spots in whatever I'm doing. I don't know when it'll come. I'm not trying to purposefully fuck up my career, right? But I will, and I want people to remind themselves of that. Where it's like, hey, you know, no human being is perfectly infallible. And, you know, just take away from my videos like, hey, he got some, you know, maybe he got some things right, maybe he got some things wrong, but at the end of the day, do I feel mentally fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled by watching this content? If the answer is yes, awesome. If the answer is no, well, everyone's a different person. So I'm not going to worry about, God damn it. Okay, so that's one that I need to get. I'm not going to worry about making every single individual who watches my channel get emotional fulfillment from my videos. But as long as there's a fan base of people who do, hey, it's worth it to me. You know? That's what I'm here for, I feel. Even my own outlooks, they're not going to work for every single person out there. And that's fine. You know? I'm not trying to claim that my philosophies are right or that my outlook on life is right. Maybe you do matter more than I do. I don't fucking know. It's just the way the world works. All of our brains kind of function differently. We all got different little brain worms feasting away at our synapses. So, I don't know. Whatever you happen to get out of this video is whatever you happen to get out of this video. You know what? I think that is a good point to end off on. Even if I don't get all of the little island flyover bits, I still have enough time to edit this video, get it uploaded, have everything done and ready by the time the storm hits tomorrow morning. So,
You did it!
the whale shark has a new design. Wow, that's crazy. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, thank you. You know what? I'll leave you with this, just as a little bit of a reward for sticking to the end of this video. The next video I'm going to be talking about is about controllers and how, like, the layouts of different controllers, and I went into some history about why Xbox and Nintendo have a different layout on buttons. I figured out why, and you'll learn that in the video itself. I'll give you a hint though. It all goes back to Sega. That's the reason. Is it all traces back to Sega and how they did things, and that's why Xbox is different for some fucking reason. But yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble for, like, how long has it been? 35 minutes? Something like that? I apologize that this video is the way it is. I would like to have put out a video that I was a bit more proud of, that was actually work, that actually had work into it. Like, work put into it and actual editing and shit, but, you know, the universe at large just told me, hey, you are not allowed to work on this video for the next week, potentially. And so just as a bit of safety, hey, I'm gonna put this video out. So, whatever. Whatever. Circumstances happen, and I shouldn't stress myself out over it. There's still a whole year ahead of me. I still have so many videos I want to make, so I'll be fine. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the YouTube lads who support me directly. They're cool people. I'll be back in 2 weeks with an actual video, I promise. I actually might stream next week too. I'll make a community post about that. We'll figure that out. So, anyway, yeah. Have a good one, everybody.